Teva. We're going to get started. So, I want you guys to really start thinking of something that you're grateful for. This might be a win that you've experienced, that might be just getting started on the program. And today we're going to talk a lot about the power of words. So, our words matter, and what we say matters, and the statements that come out of our mouths. So we want to be really careful on what we say. And I'm going to pull up a screen here and we're going to watch a little video about the importance of the power of words. Are you able to hear the sound? Okay.
encouragement, love, or gratitude, they generate emotion. I am capable, I am abundant, or I am worthy.
All right, so we're going to talk about the power of the words because the power of our words speak either life or speak positivity or negativity, depending on how we're using those words. Are you guys able to hear me? Yeah, okay. Perfect. So words have power. So if we are speaking positive things, we're going to be at a higher vibration. If we're speaking negative things, we're going to be at a lower vibration. So you can even have a pencil and paper and kind of jot some things down, jot some affirmations down, really think of statements that you might need to change in your everyday vocabulary to up level your health and your wellness. So why words matter? So they shape our reality, our thoughts, and our emotions. So they shape the way we perceive ourselves and the world around us. So what's going on in our inner self, it determines how we feel about the world around us. So if we're speaking encouragement or doubt, we're going to see either encouragement or doubt in the world around us. So they're not just a means of communication, they're actually a creative force that either builds us up or tears us down. So I want you to really think and ask yourself, what words have you been speaking to yourself lately? And I want you to be honest. So today, Zoom has been kicking my butt. So the words I'm speaking to myself is Zoom is not my friend today, but I get to change that, right? So I get to figure that out and change those words so that I don't have any more issues in the future too. So if you think of things, even that you might casually say, like, I'll never be good enough, or I always mess things up, we want to shift that thought process to speaking positive words like, I am capable, I am growing, I am successful, I am transforming, making it that higher vibration. Because the words that you have, the negative words that we all are guilty of doing every day, are they giving you life or are they taking it away? So thinking about how your repeated thoughts and words have shaped your current circumstances. So if, for instance, we're always focused on, I don't know, finance is a huge one. So if you're always like, I live paycheck to paycheck, I just get by, we want to change that to, I am abundant, I am making enough money, I have, goals, I have visions, I have for the future. So we're not always focused on that scarcity. We want to focus on more of the abundance mindset. So the science of thoughts and realities. So words influence brain chemistry, emotions, and ultimately our actions. So what are some phrases that we use all the time? So these could be phrases that you're thinking out loud or even just thinking in your head. So those have a profound impact on your brain chemistry. And science has actually shown that our thoughts and language shape our reality by influencing neurological and physiological responses in the body. So if we speak words of encouragement or self-doubt, our brain processes and reacts to them accordingly, reinforcing those emotional and behavioral patterns. So negative self-talk can trigger the brain's stress response, actually increasing your cortisol levels and promoting feelings of anxiety and fear. Positive affirmations, on the other hand, can boost your neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, leading to an improved mood, confidence, and motivation. So if we repeatedly use certain words like I'm not good enough or I am capable, the brain either strengthens those positive circuits or strengthens the negative circuits. So we want to be rewiring our brain in a positive way and using it for our advantage so we can grow around us. Because over time, negative self-talk can actually lead to that fixed mindset and staying in that negative state. While positive words and positive self-talk actually encourage a growth mindset, which improves your resilience and your personal development. So, for example, if someone repeatedly tells themselves they're bad with money, their brain solidifies that belief, leading to behaviors that align with it, such as avoiding financial planning or making poor spending choices. So, our brain does have neuroplasticity, so it is able to rewire itself based on the repeated thoughts and patterns. So the concept of neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout your life. So this means that through conscious repetition of positive words and affirmations, we actually reprogram our thoughts and change our mental patterns. So the power of letting go. So letting go actually makes room for transformation and healing. And this is hard because sometimes it's hard to let things go. So I want you, if you have a piece of paper now, or even on your phone, if you're making a note, I want you to write down some limiting beliefs because we can be holding on to limiting beliefs that are not serving us anymore. We can be holding on to fears. We can be holding on to worries, regrets, painful memories, hard relationships. What are some things that you need to let go in order for your body to move past that and get past that emotional and physical blockage that's hindering your growth so you are able to transform? So letting go is not just an emotional act. It's necessary for healing, because we can hold that energetic piece of anger, frustration, resentment that we need to let go in order for our body to truly heal and to renew. So we want to put that growth in and ensure that we're not holding on to things that don't serve us anymore. Because negative emotions actually trigger the release of cortisol, and that's your stress hormone. So that keeps your body in a stressed out state. So releasing those emotions lowers your cortisol, which actually helps improve your energy, your focus, and your cognitive function. So we'll just take a couple minutes. I want you to write down some limiting beliefs, some fears, some worries, some regrets, some painful memories that you might have that you got to work on to let go. And studies have shown that forgiveness and letting go are linked to lower levels of depression and anxiety and improved mental clarity. So emotional release fosters better decision making and actually enhances your focus and productivity. There's another study that actually found that writing down negative thoughts and actually physically ripping them up or burning them releases that emotion even better. So that reduces the psychological impact, supporting the idea that the symbolic gestures can have a real impact on mental well-being. So I have personally wrote a bunch of stuff down, ripped it all up, and burned it, because sometimes we just need to let it go, and that's the physical way that we can let it go. Journaling is another great way to actually let things go. So if you want to write down everything that ticks you off, write it all down, rip it out of your journal, rip it up, get rid of it. Then go back to your journal and fill yourself up with positive things. So fill yourself up with things you're grateful for. Fill yourself up with positive affirmations. So you're dumping the old and filling up the new. Deep breathing actually helps regulate the nervous system and supports your emotional regulation. Forgiving yourself. So oftentimes we don't forgive ourselves enough. So give yourself a little bit of grace and ensure that you're choosing forgiveness for yourself, and really think what's holding you back from stepping into your full potential. So are you able to let those things go to be able to move forward? So letting go of the past. So writing down things that no longer serve you, past relationship, friends, family, ex-partners, limiting beliefs such as I am not good enough, unhealthy habits like procrastination or self-doubt, and then writing down those limiting beliefs, fears, worries, regrets, and painful memories. So take a couple minutes and just write some of these things down. I'm going to do that as well. And then this is something that you can rip up, you can burn later, you can destroy it, you can use it to write down positive things to change how you say things. So if you always say, I'm always late for everything, we want to flip that into a positive state of, I will be on time. So I'm going to put on just a little bit of music and we'll do this for a couple minutes here. About 1 more minute. Just remember, this is an act of letting go and a chance to make room for those new opportunities to come in. So you can continue to write if you still have things to write down. Sometimes they'll get on a roll and you just keep thinking. Other times it might take a little bit to think of some more things, but you can let go of things at any time. So you don't have to do a specific thing. So if you think of things later, add it to the list to let go. So replacing negativity with positively. So once that you've let those things go, you might want to rip this up. You might want to burn it. You want to get rid of it. You don't want to keep that negative energy in your space. So I do want you to let that piece of paper go, let it go. And then here are some ways that you can actively fill up your cup and replace the negativity with empowering beliefs. So a vision board. So this is creating images and words. This could represent your new aspiration. I recommend redoing your vision board once a quarter, because once you have things that do come true, you want to replace those areas on your vision board. So you're always aspiring for new things. And a vision board serves as a visual representation of your goals, your dreams, your aspiration. So it helps bring clarity to your desires and keeps your focus on what you want to achieve. So I actually made a vision board in Canva and I put it on the wallpaper of my phone. So it's something that I see every day. And I do update it as things come true on that vision board too. And the vision board works really well because the brain responds really well to visual cues and pictures. And this reinforces the motivation and commitment to stay true to your goals. So seeing your goals daily encourages that subconscious mind to take action toward it. So you can do it with a physical poster board. You can do it on your phone, include phrases, include images. So this could be things like health and wellness goals, career aspirations, personal development, spiritual growth. You want to display the board somewhere where you'll see it all the time. So maybe it's on your phone, maybe it's on your refrigerator, maybe it's on your bathroom mirror, just somewhere where you're going to see it pretty often as a daily reminder. So as you visualize your future, remember you have the power to bring those dreams to life with consistent focus and belief of that. The next thing you can do is affirmation writing. So write about who you want to become. So affirmations are powerful statements that help reprogram your subconscious to believe in the positive truths about yourself. So they serve as a counter to negative self-talk and limiting beliefs, because the affirmations are helping to rewire the neural pathways, and that reinforces confidence and self-worth. So when spoken or written repeatedly, they shape a new identity aligned with success and positivity. So how to do it, you can choose affirmations in the present tense that reflect the person you want to become. So these could be things like, I am confident and capable. I attract abundance and joy. I am worthy of love and success. And these are things you want to write down, either in a journal, on a sticky note, stick it on your computer, put it on your phone, put it on your bathroom mirror, somewhere where you are going to see that encouragement. Maybe it's on your nightstand before you go to bed. So choose affirmations that empower and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. And then gratitude journaling. So listing things you are grateful for today. So it's a simple yet really profound practice that shifts your focus from what you're lacking to what is abundant in your life. So think of a few things that you're grateful for right now. And I want you to just write them down. Maybe you're grateful that it's snowing outside. Maybe you're grateful that you started this program. Maybe you're grateful you tried something different. Maybe you've lost 20 pounds. Whatever it might be for you, just write those things down and show that gratitude. Because research has shown that practicing gratitude regularly reduces your stress and anxiety, improves your mental health, and enhances your overall life satisfaction. So it helps redirect your focus from that negative to the positive. So take 5 minutes a day, write down at least 3 things you're grateful for. So when I wake up in the morning, I personally like to pray, and I like to think of 3 things I'm grateful for. So that's something I'm laying in bed. If the kids allow me to not have to get up right away, I like to just do that. It takes a minute and you're done, and it starts your day on that positive note. So this could be things you could be grateful for. It could be people in your life. It could be opportunities. It could be small moments of joy. You can be more specific. So such as, I am grateful for the support my friend showed me today, instead of just being more generic of, I'm grateful for my friends. So you can make it as specific as you would like. And then read through your entries at the end of every week and really see all of the things that you have to be grateful for, because gratitude turns what we have into enough. So let that be your daily practice, and that really fills your heart with joy. And focus on words that are uplifting as well. So surround yourself with positive influence, positive books, positive people, and affirmations that support your journey. So crafting your new identity. So I'm going to put these links in the chat, and I'll also post these in the Facebook group and our chat as well. So there is a video and a Google Doc for creating your new identity. So you can go through this exercise and create your new identity, because the words we speak shape our reality. So listening to this video helps you create your new identity. And I recommend doing it like once a quarter, because you're going to find things change in life. You up level, you increase your health, you feel better, and your identity is going to change. So we want to be constantly evolving and changing and up leveling ourselves in that way. So you can check out those links for creating that new identity there. So some practical daily habits to reaffirm your positive words. So transformation requires consistency. So it doesn't happen overnight. It's a result of consistent intentional action. So just as physical exercise strengthens our muscles, our words and thoughts shape the mental muscles of our identity, confidence, and outlook on life. So this isn't going to happen overnight. Your brain is not going to rewire overnight. It does take some time and some work to change that thought process in your brain, because repeated thoughts and words create the long-term changes for that neuroplasticity. And the positive reinforcement strengthens your belief system and replaces those limiting beliefs. So small, consistent actions over time do impact your potential. So some daily practices to build a positive mindset. So morning affirmations, set a positive tone for the day, choose your empowering words and thoughts upon awakening. So you could start each morning by stating, I am strong, capable, and worthy. You could say a little prayer. You can say, today I embrace positivity and opportunity. I am walking in purpose and success. You can say these in front of the mirror. You can write them down. So writing them down actually does work really well, along with saying them in the mirror, because you are hearing those affirmations from yourself. Morning affirmations prime the brain for success by creating a positive emotional baseline for the day. So they help override that negative self-talk and boost your self-esteem. So this does take that constant repetition to help strengthen those neural pathways. So according to Joe Dispenza, the first words you speak in the morning set your tone for the day. So you want to choose them wisely. So journaling your progress. So this really helps track your growth, your own personal growth. This could be your physical growth, writing down your victories and identifying areas for improvement. So journal your progress along the way so you can see how far you've come. So journaling takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and you can think of prompts like, what went well today? What challenges did I overcome? What are 3 things I'm grateful for? And that can be your safe space to write down frustrations and positive wins as well. So help enforcing that positive self-awareness and encouraging that gratitude. Speaking life over yourself and others. So this helps cultivate a habit of verbalizing positivity, encouragement, and kindness. So this is both internally and externally, because the words we speak influence our relationships, opportunities, and self-perception. So how to practice is you can practice self-talk awareness. So you can catch yourself in those negative phrases. So if you catch yourself saying, I'm not good at this, you can replace it with, I am learning and improving every day. So that puts that in more of the positive tone versus looking at the negative side of it. Encourage those around you to call you out on those things. So make it a goal to say at least 3 positive things daily about yourself and to others. So you can look at some scripture, you can look at positive quotes, you can look at motivational books, and this really helps feed your mind with that uplifting content. Because your words carry power. So if we are constantly saying negative things, your body will resonate in that negative state. So mindfulness meditation to catch that negative self-talk. So becoming aware of the words that you say, you can take it back. If you say something, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Take it back, right? I take that back. I'm replacing it with this positivity. So do some deep breathing. It's going to take a minute to learn how to catch yourself in that negative self-talk. So some takeaways. So be intentional with your words. Speak what you want to see, not what you fear. Understand that your words are constantly shaping your future. Choose your words wisely. So recognize the words you use daily and how they shape your mindset and your actions. Practice positive affirmations. Regularly reinforce empowering beliefs to retrain your brain. Monitor negative self-talk. So you want to replace those self-defeating thoughts with words of encouragement. Incorporating in gratitude. So speaking words of gratitude to foster that heart-brain coherence and emotional balance. Letting go is necessary for transformation. Faith and neuroscience work hand in hand, so trust in God while also applying the methods to support that emotional well-being and rewiring your brain. Filling your cup is an ongoing process, so continue to nurture your mind with the positive and uplifting content. Be mindful of the language you use daily, both internally and externally. Take action. What you affirm and visualize today lays the groundwork for tomorrow's reality. Start your day with affirmations to set the right tone. Journal your thoughts to track your progress and release negativity. Speak words of encouragement to yourself and to others consistently. And practice mindfulness to stay aware of and redirect negative self-talk. So your journey to creating your ideal reality begins right now. So there's a lot of exercises in here that you can do on your own, and you can always reach out if you need some more help with the exercises there.